I come from Qatar. Qatar is a very small nation in the Middle East. It's located just below Iran and above Saudi Arabia, and we share a land border with Saudi Arabia. The official language is Arabic, and English is widely spoken throughout school and in the university. The population is only 2.5 million people. So for such a small population, we ended up with a lot of natural resources like natural gas, and that combination made up to interesting statistics. So we have the highest GDP per capita. At the same time, we have the highest CO2 footprint because we have a lot of energy industry, and we're the world's largest exporter of LNG. The climate is desert, where we get sun most of the year. The sun is always 9 hours, and as of now, like temperature is about, I think no, at night it's about 30 degrees Celsius. This is going to increase with the climate change, so we expect that the temperature is going to keep increasing, and Qatar will be affected by that, obviously. A little bit about my campus, where I did my undergrad and master's, and when I work in right now, it's Texas University of Qatar. It's a branch campus founded in 2003 from Texas A&M University in College Station. So we're only the engineering school where we have 4 engineering majors, like chemical engineering, electrical engineering, petroleum engineering, and mechanical engineering. We also have support liberal arts program and science, but mostly we're the engineering school in a place that we call Education City, where we have other branch campuses from US institutions like Georgetown University, Cornell, Northwestern, Virginia Commonwealth, and among other smaller UK universities. Obviously, we all agree that climate change is an environmental issue for years. The first time, the time cover here from October 1987, this is before a lot of us were born, and this was in September 2020, and it's continued to be an issue. So we had a lot, we've seen this coming for a long time. However, we don't have any solution yet. There has been a lot of negotiations and talks about how to reduce CO2 emissions and the need to do that effectively. At the same time, with effectively to reduce emissions, but also at a reasonable cost, because we want to continue growth and create equal opportunity for everybody to grow and create jobs and have, steady income. This picture is from Doha COP18, and as John mentioned, and also Ben mentioned in the introduction, COP26 is going to happen really soon. So in COP18 back in 2012, there has been steady changes, but hopefully we get to see major changes in COP26. I'm hopeful about that. Around the world, more governments are taking more strategic actions and coming up with plans to reduce climate change impacts, either adaptation plans or addressing major energy inefficiencies and encouraging the use of more low carbon fuels. Like here, put just 2 examples, like US and the UK. The UK just recently announced that they want to go net zero carbon by 2035, and they have a really ambitious plan to do that. We know that the necessary CO2 reduction has not been achieved, even though a lot of countries have plans and strategies to do that. Governments set emission reduction policies and reduction strategies. However, the defined targets have not been delivered. This is one statistic from a paper. So there was over 500 commitments in 50 years. However, the CO2 emission kept increasing. We had a small dip when COVID happened at the beginning, but that quickly went back to normal. And now we're, like if you see the energy market, we're still burning a lot of coal, and we're going around looking for the cheapest fuel, and usually that's fossil fuels. So at no policies, what will happen, the temperature increase will continue to increase, and we're going to go into a future we don't know what the weather pattern would be like. If we follow our commitments, we can continue with some growth. However, we cannot reverse any of the climate change impact that already has happened. And the recommended path is usually to go and reduce our emission as much as possible. However, we need to do that sustainably so we continue growth and have a sustainable livelihood. Fossil fuels right now are in everything. We use it for power and heating, we use it for transport. Some of these energy technologies like oil-based internal engines that we use in cars. There's open cycles, combined gas turbine cycles. There are coal, gas, and oil combined heat and power production, among others. But fossil fuels are also a raw material. So natural gas, oil, and coal, which are really important because they give us some products. And these products give us a lot of the things that we use day to day, from like the amounts that I have here, to cars, to large buildings. It has products coming out of fossil fuels. So we need to continue using them somehow to produce the products that we need and manage the emissions that happen along the way. Because I don't believe that the solution would be just switching off. So how can we reduce the emissions? Either we avoid emitting CO2 from different industrial facilities by increasing the energy efficiency or applying renewable energy. So you emit less because you're reducing your footprint from the beginning in the energy part of a process. Or you can capture the CO2 that is already emitted or is already in the air and store it underground or convert it to value-added products through different chemistries, and this is carbon capture, utilization, and storage. The cost of this climate action, some studies have said that it's almost $50 trillion, and this requires renewables, about $40 trillion, electrical vehicles, carbon capture and storage, hydrogen, and biofuels.